Alright, today we'll be looking at Chapter 6 in AP Biology, which is talking about the cell structure with Daniel Baxter. Today we'll be looking at the animal cell and the plant cell. Animal cells to the left, plant cells to the right. And we will be looking at the different organelles that they have, which they mainly consist of the same organelles, but there are a few that might be constructed a little bit differently. But they mainly have the same organelles, and there are a few organelles that the animal cell has and the plant cell doesn't have, as well as vice versa. The plant cell has some organelles that the animal cell doesn't have. Now, the differences in the organelles is that the animal cell has lysosomes, centrioles, and a flagella. Now, the flagella is sometimes it shows up in the plant cell, mainly in the plant sperm. And then the plant cell is a chloroplast, has chloroplast, the central vacuole and tonoplast, as well as the cell wall and the plasmodesmata. Now, the animal cell has vacuoles that do the same job that the central vacuole and the plant cell does. But in the animal cell, it has several small vacuoles that do the same job as the central vacuole does in the plant cell, except in the plant cell, the central vacuole is one big vacuole, while the animal cell has several smaller ones that does the same job. Now I'm going to look at the animal cell and the organelles that makes up the animal cell. The organelles in the animal cell is the nucleus, the plasma membrane, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, mitochondrion, peroxisome, microvilli, cytoskeleton, centrosome, flagellum, and the endoplasmic reticulum, also known as the ER. Now, the nucleus consists of the nuclear envelope, which is the double membrane enclosing the nucleus, perforated by pores, which is continuous with the ER, the endoplasmic reticulum. The nucleolus is a non-membranous organelle involved in production of ribosomes. A nucleus has one or more nuclei, and the chromatin is material consisting of DNA and proteins visible as individual chromosomes in a dividing cell. Then the plasma membrane is a membrane enclosing the cell, which the plasma membrane just protects the cell, holds everything together, and protects the cell from what's around on the outside of it. Then the ribosomes is the non-membranous organelles that make proteins free in the cytoplasm or bound to the rough endoplasmic reticulum or nuclear envelope. Then the Golgi apparatus is the organelle active in synthesis, modification, sorting, and secretion of cell products. Then the lysosome is the digestive organelle where macromolecules are hydrolyzed. The mitochondrion is the organelle where cellular respiration occurs and most ATP is generated, also known as the powerhouse of the cell because it creates the energy for the cell. And the peroxisome is the organelle with various specialized metabolic functions, and the peroxisome also produces hydrogen peroxide for the cell. The microvilli is the projections that increase the cell's surface area. Then the cytoskeleton is what reinforces the cell's shape, functions in the cell movement, and components are made up of protein. The cytoskeleton consists of the microfilaments, the intermediate filaments, and the microtubules. The centrosome is the region where the cell's microtubules are initiated in an animal cell. This contains a pair of centrioles. The flagellum is the locomotion organelle present in some animal cells, composed of membrane-enclosed microtubules. The endoplasmic reticulum, also known as the ER, is a network of membranous sacs and tubes active in membrane synthesis and other synthetic and metabolic processes. Has the rough and smooth regions. The rough ER has the ribosomes attached to the sides of it, which you could think of it as it's being studded with ribosomes. This is the animal cell and its organelles, and now we're going to dive into the plant cell and its organelles. The plant cell and the animal cell, they have mainly the same organelles. The plant cell also has the nucleus, The rough and the smooth are the ribosomes, the cytoskeleton, the plasma membrane, the peroxisome, the mitochondrion, and the Golgi apparatus. But the plant cell also has the central vacuole, the tonoplast, the chloroplast, the plasmodesmata, the cell wall, and the centrosome, which the animal cell does not have. Now, the central vacuole is the prominent organelle in older plants. Functions include storage, breakdown of waste products, hydrolysis of macromolecules. Enlargement of vacuole is a major mechanism of plant growth. The tonoplast is the membrane enclosing the central vacuole, which protects the vacuole. The chloroplast is the photosynthetic organelle which converts energy of sunlight to chemical energy. And the plasmodesmata is the channels throughout the cell walls that connect the cytoplasms of adjacent cells. The cell wall is the outer layer that maintains the cell's shape and protects the cell from mechanical damage, made of cellulose, other polysaccharides, and protein. And then the centrosome is the region where the cell's microtubules are initiated, like centrioles in plant cells. Well, now that you've seen and observed the organelles in the animal and the plant cells, I hope that you have taken what you've learned today, and I hope I have helped you in your knowledge about the animal and the plant cell and the organelles that make up the animal and the plant cell. Thank you for watching my presentation.